I wasn't really sure what I wanted to do coming out of high school. I was going to just take more college level business classes, and a member of the family owns a appliance and furniture store down the street actually, and asked me if I wanted a job. And I thought that sounded great, because that was what I really wanted, was a real world experience with retail. And I ended up working there for half a decade, and along the way deciding that I wanted to run a hobby shop. I had stumbled into a hobby shop on Lorraine Avenue, and it was just a lot of fun. So I said, you know what, I want to do this. And then I spent 3 years getting this place together. And the way the timing worked out, it happened to be during the pandemic. But I wasn't going to let that stop me. I really wanted to do it. It's something I spent a lot of time and money on. So I was very determined to do it. And it ended up working out. We're doing great so far. Just opened up a couple weeks ago, and more people are finding out about this place. It's been very exciting. So I would say most commonly it's probably actually people around my age, like 18 to 30. But we more and more recently, especially with how we've set up the window display, we'll get older people that come in with their kids. They buy a Pokemon plushie or two. They'll buy some packs of Pokemon. Just yesterday, I had some kids that saw the Snorlax, came in, bought a couple Pokemon packs, and then decided that they wanted to play video games with their dad for a little bit. So that was really cool. But every now and again, you get the older players. There's no age limit on trading card games. It's fun for everybody. So actually, with the newest release of Flesh and Blood, the newest product is called Tales of Aria. And each Flesh and Blood product has what's called a fabled rare. And there's supposed to be one in like every, something like 50 booster boxes. Very hard to pull. And in the first 4 cases that I opened and a customer opened, we pulled 4 of the fabled. It was really awesome. It was really crazy. Super difficult card to pull, and we pulled 4 of them. So that was awesome. So I got into card games about 3 years ago. I was actually more of a sports guy for the longest time, but could not do anything physical like that anymore. So when I had stumbled into Weird Realms a few years ago, I decided to pick whatever card game looked the best to me, and I ended up going with Force of Will, which a lot of people still don't know about, but it's a neat little game, and the art I thought was just really awesome. I learned the game pretty quickly. It was super fun, and it snowballed from there. I got super into card games. I've played dozens at this point, and I do not regret it. The only difficulties with communicating with the distributors were supply shortages from COVID, shipment delays from COVID and other outside factors, as well as the hobby seeming to boom during the pandemic. I don't know if that was a result of everyone being inside and at home, but the market for a lot of these games boomed, and it made it substantially more difficult to get a lot of product, particularly sports cards. As you can see, I don't have any, and that's purely just from the shortage of product. So that's been the only difficulty I've had with the distributors. Everything I learned from working at Lorraine Furniture helped me managing wholesale accounts. It made it a lot easier, helped me avoid those same mistakes. So I plan on being here for several years. This neighborhood is coming up quite a bit. There are a ton of new shops opening up on Lorraine Avenue. It's very exciting, and I'm happy to be a part of it. I really want this to be like a fun hangout spot for any nerds in the area, if you will. Like I said, we plan on having video game events, more card game events. Once the basement's finished, I plan to have an arcade down there. So that'll be really exciting. I think a lot of people will love that.